Well, it's Canada's largest tech festival, and Elevate is coming back to Toronto for another year. Some 10,000 people will be taking part. And to talk more about it, I'm joined by Razor Sulman, who's the CEO and co-founder of Elevate, and two students from the Knowledge Society who will actually take part this year, Ananya Chadha and Shalev Lifshitz. Join me now. Welcome all. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks.
All right, Razor, let me start with you. And just how did this all get started?
You know, we were working with the mayor's office. You know, Toronto's tech scene is world class, right? We have the second highest, biggest ecosystem in North America, only second to Silicon Valley. But we have this, you know, we don't tell our story on a global stage, and Mayor John Tory wanted to change that. And so he invited members of the innovation and tech ecosystem to share our vision of what we wanted to do for Toronto. If you think about what TIFF is for the film industry, we want to create that for the technology sector.
Well, let's tell a bit of that story if we can here. Right?
Absolutely.
And let me bring in Ananya and Shalev into this conversation because both of you are part of the Knowledge Society.
Yeah.
What made you want to take part in that, Shalev?
So, I've always been interested in technology, but I wanted to do something that would change the world. And I found this program called the Knowledge Society that said that they're training the next CEOs of the future and exposing us to all these exponential technology.
Well, the two of you already have resumes, I think, that most people could only dream of. And Ananya, tell us about your passion for gene editing. What exactly is that?
Yeah, so gene editing is super cool. You can edit the human genome using a lot of new tools like CRISPR-Cas, CRISPR-Cas9. You can actually change the Cas enzyme, and you can edit mutations in our DNA to be able to cure a lot of diseases, which is a lot of cool research labs are working on. But then in the future, you end up with like a whole bunch of questions on how do we augment humans, make ourselves better, see a whole bunch.
Is that the work you're doing regarding brain waves, altering brain waves to complete everyday tasks?
For sure. So that's a little bit different. That's something
Okay.
I'm super interested in. Using EEGs, so electrodes, you can pick up different brain signals. And recently, like I was working super hard, and I'm super happy that I made like a brain-controlled remote control car. But I think the field is super interesting, and we're going to see a lot of movement in it soon.
Yeah. Razor, let me ask you, because as a layperson just sitting here listening to these two incredible young people, it's mind-blowing for me. But for somebody who's involved in this on a daily basis, how do you react when you see young people?
Honestly, this lights me up. I wish that I had the exposure that they have right now because, you know, if they can focus their careers and know that there's an opportunity in technology to make a real impact, I think that's incredible. So we want to be supportive and encouraging, and that's why we want to make Elevate inclusive to everyone, right? Maybe, you know, 16, 17-year-old kids may not have got access to a festival like ours, but that's what we're really passionate about. We want them, we know they're going to change the world, and we want to expose them to these amazing thought leaders and help them on their journey.
All right, for those that are interested and they're all excited about what they've heard here, Elevate happens late September?
It does. It's September 24th to 27th. It's Canada's Tech Week, so we're inviting all of our peers from across the country to come celebrate, connect with us in Toronto, learn, be inspired, and do incredible things as a country.
Well, you're all doing some incredible work, and thank you all for coming by. Appreciate it.
Great. Thank you for having us, Jeff.